Hey everyone, Spiderpool here. I'm here to go over part 2 of 5 of our series, Top 15 MSF tunes not in game. Today we're going to go over Silver Surfer, also going to have Blade in there and another tune, but stay tuned, check it out, and let's go. All right, welcome back. So, first one I wanted to go over here. Actually, before I get into that, I just want to thank everyone for watching. Be sure to check out the first part of our series I did earlier about the top 15 tunes not in MSF. And again, this is going to be a 5-part series. Spent a lot of time working on this. It was a really fun project, and I hope you all enjoy it. But so let's get into it. So first one here, let's go ahead and move some things. I want to go ahead and hide my webcam real quick. And we're going to go over Silver Surfer. I marked him as a hero, mystic, cosmic, controller, and part of the Fantastic Four. So his basic matter manipulation, you're going to attack primary target for X amount of damage and apply disrupt. Then you're going to attack adjacent targets for X amount of damage and 70% chance to add disrupt to secondary target. So really great basic there. Anytime you can put disrupt on a tune, that's really awesome. And then, attacking adjacent targets as well. Feel like that's a pretty solid basic. Anytime you can hit, those multiple targets once again. But special, Cosmic Senses, starts fully charged, 404. You're going to gain 20% barrier there, and you're going to clear any immunity from primary target and transfer all negative effects to all allies. All allies to primary target. If the primary target has disrupt, again, like what he's doing with his basic there, you're actually going to transfer all negative effects to the adjacent targets as well. So those two abilities really do kind of work in conjunction. Might be best to do that special after you do a basic, and then being able to transfer multiple, disrupts and negative effects to the adjacent target. So really good one there. Ultimate is going to be Astral Being, on a pretty high cooldown, starting with 4. But once you read this, you'll kind of get why it's such a long cooldown. But what makes him great is this ultimate and passive. So you're going to summon a clone of self at 70% stats, very similar to Mr. Sinister there. And you're going to give that clone 100% speed bar. So as soon as he's summoned, he's ready to go. And that clone spawns with 5 charges up to a maximum of 5. So the clone is starting here, all the way with fully charged as soon as he comes out. And then his passive is the power cosmic, and on Silver Surfer spawn, he's going to generate 3 ability energy for this character if non-cloned. So he'll be able to do that ultimate first turn, put that out there, get another body out in the field of play. And if non-clone, you're going to add 1 charge per hit taken up to a maximum of 5. So think of it like this. We're going to have the clone here with, fully charged, and then we're going to have Silver Surfer down here working on the charges. So really what you're going to see is the two kind of come together. And so on turn for each charge, you're going to heal self for X health. So he's going to constantly be, building himself back up. Any damage he's taken, he's going to keep, he's going to gain those charges. He's also going to heal up. Once he hits below 50% health, he's going to add 2 defense up. Below 25% health, 2 offense up. So, triggering a lot of things there, depending on where he's at in his health stats. And if this is the clone, you're going to remove 1 charge per hit taken. Like I mentioned, he's starting here where the clone is. Silver Surfer's down here, and they're just kind of working in opposite directions. So Now, if it's the clone, you're going to remove 1 charge per hit taken. Once all the charges are removed, you're going to remove death proof and defense up from self if they happen to be on, and apply defense down to all targets and attack all targets for X amount of damage. So, once he kind of ticks down, he's really just like a ticking time bomb on this clone. Once he hits the bottom, he's going to explode, have defense down on all those targets, do a good amount of damage. So I just thought it was a cool way to, he was able to project himself and wanted to do something a little different with the clone other than just, have a clone out there. So let me know what you think about this particular kit down in the comment section, what you'd like to add, maybe what you want to tweak. Just kind of let me know. So the second one I have here is Moon Knight. His was kind of fun. I'm not real familiar with him as a Marvel character. Had to do a little bit of reading on him. He was actually a mercenary, in the Marines, I think he was, the CIA, kind of early in his life, and then things just kind of went downhill from there for him. He's kind of crazy. I think that's why people like him, and his kit was really, really cool. So he's a hero, mystic, city. Reading everything about him, he spent a lot of time in New York City, LA, so that's why I chose city. He is a controller, and I have him on the supernatural team. So you'll see a lot of characters that I did work on actually fell into the supernatural category. So his basic crescent dart, you're going to attack primary target for X piercing damage and apply heal block. So pretty basic there. Not a lot to it. Again, he's a controller, so he's not hitting for a lot of damage, not doing a ton there. And his special power of non-shu or Khonshu, however you want to pronounce it. 5 of 5, so ready to go right out the gate. And you're going to attack all enemies for X piercing damage. And you're going to repeat this attack 3 to 4 additional times. So I really like that one. It gives him some substance other than just controlling how things are going on. Hitting the targets for piercing. It's a lot like Crystal's, where she does her thing and just repeatedly keeps hitting the target, even though it's a low amount of piercing damage. It's still getting through. So very similar to that. His ultimate, Divine Ankh, I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know. 4 or 5. So he's going to actually gain charge. If he's charged, he's actually going to borrow the ultimate ability of the primary target and then lose charge. So what's going to happen is he's going to choose a target, choose that target, steal that ability, the ultimate ability. So, let's say it's Phoenix's ult or Dark Phoenix's ult. He gets to use that right away. And then once he loses charge, it reverts back to his, what you read here on the screen, his ultimate. And then he's going to gain 3 regeneration after that. So that one I thought was really cool. Not something that we really have in game now where you steal an ability. So kind of a new mechanic there. His passive, Necromancy. This is where, on enemy death, he's going to revive and summon that enemy under your control at 40% health and 100% speed bar. So, fighting an X-Men team, Wolverine dies. He's actually going to revive him on his squad at 40% health. Everything else, stats are going to be the same. He's going to come back, as a normal spawn. And except his speed bar is going to be all the way jacked up. So as soon as he comes out, he's going to be ready to go. And on enemy turn, if this character has no other non-summoned protector allies, apply defense down to that enemy. This cannot be dodged, aka yo-yo. A lot like that, except instead of applying offense down, he's applying defense down. And then on turn, you're going to gain assist now from 1 to 2 random summons. So all those, guys that died on the other squad that have come over, once Moon Knight's doing his attack, he's gaining an assist from 1 to 2 of those guys. So I thought his kit was pretty cool. Not too complicated like some of the other ones you might have seen, but this one was really fun to do, especially with the whole necromancy thing. Not, again, something we haven't really seen in any kit so far. So definitely liked this character, learned a little bit about him. I think he's really interesting, and I can see why there's a lot of hype for him. And finally, one of my favorite characters, Blade. So I have him Hero, Mystic, Global, Brawler, and Supernatural. Now, there's a lot of different things I would want to do with Blade. If there was other vampires in the game, there's a lot of different things you could do there. But as it stands, kind of how the game is, this is what I came up with. So his basic was Blade Sword. We all know the famous sword. When he, an enemy kind of grabs it, kind of explodes from the movies. But attack primary target for X piercing damage plus apply bleed. Bonus attack for X piercing damage if target already had bleed. So his kit really is going to be around bleed, obviously, because he's a vampire. So, once, with everything that else is going on with this kit, if something has bleed, he's applying it again and doing a bonus attack. So really cool there. His special, contaminant transferal. Starts fully charged, 3 of 3. And think of it like this. If you, say you got the corona, right? And you go up to somebody and you kind of transfer that over. That's basically what this is doing. So if he bites somebody, he's transferring what he has to them. So you're going to attack primary target for X damage, and you're going to spread all negative effects on self to primary target. You're going to gain 100,000% focus for this attack. You're also going to apply bleed. So every attack he has, whether it's stabbing him with a stake, with a sword, biting him, whatever the animation might be, he's applying bleed in that case. So his ultimate, steak dinner, haha, very funny. 505, again, you can use that one right out of the gate. So you're going to attack the 3 lowest health enemies for X amount of piercing damage plus apply bleed, ignoring taunt and stealth. So pretty common, or pretty basic ultimate there. And his passive is Daywalker. On enemy turn, if target has bleed, which you can see that he's putting that all over the place, you're going to attack target for X amount of damage and do 100% drain per bleed, plus offense up. So all these guys that have bleed just sitting on the other team, once their turn comes up, Blade's coming in there, going in for blood, draining them and getting offense up. Also on spawn, he's going to gain 10% speed up and 20% max health. If any enemy is actually supernatural, and then he's going to gain 50% dodge chance. Blade, he's karate, all that stuff. So those are the 3 today: Moon Knight, Silver Surfer, as well as Blade. Let me know what you think, guys, in the comments section. Again, this was a really fun one to do. These 3 characters were kind of in the later stages of what I was creating. So you can see once you start to work on all these kits, you kind of run out of steam as far as creativity goes. You're trying to reinvent the wheel, but this is kind of why we see power creep, right? You can only do so many of attack basic target for X amount of damage. I mean, you really have to get creative with the different buffs and debuffs, and things are just getting stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. So that's really what we're seeing. But again, check out the first part of this series. The other 3 will be coming out shortly. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Be sure and subscribe and like the video. Thanks again.